The Vikings. Who were they? Today, we're embarking on a hilarious and slightly educational journey into the world of the Vikings. So grab your horned helmets, which, spoiler alert, they didn't actually wear, and let's set sail. First off, who were the Vikings? Well, imagine if your next-door neighbor decided to go off exploring, trading, and occasionally, let's say, borrowing things from other people without asking. That's a Viking for you. These Scandinavian seafarers from Norway, Denmark, and Sweden made a name for themselves from the late 8th to the early 11th century. And no, they weren't just barbarians with a passion for plundering. They were also traders, explorers, and surprisingly good poets. When it comes to Viking fashion, Hollywood has led us astray. Horned helmets? A myth. Vikings actually preferred practical, horn-free helmets. And their clothing? Let's just say they were the unexpected fashion icons of their time. Colorful, well-groomed, and believe it or not, they were pretty into their personal hygiene. That's right, a Viking might have spent more time combing his beard than raiding your village. Speaking of villages, Viking settlements were the medieval equivalent of a bustling metropolis. They boasted a bustling array of markets, skilled craftsmen, and the occasional disagreement over whose longship held greater significance. Their society was surprisingly democratic, with things like the Althing in Iceland, one of the earliest forms of a parliamentary system. Who knew the Vikings were so ahead of their time in governance? What about their notorious raids? Yes, they did raid, but they were also brilliant navigators and explorers. They reached as far west as Newfoundland in Canada before Columbus decided to sail the ocean blue. They even had a stint as the bodyguards of the Byzantine emperors, the Varangian Guard. A captivating element of Viking culture revolved around their use of runestones. Think of them as medieval Facebook posts. These stones weren't just markers of territory, but also served as status updates, telling tales of great battles, honoring the dead, and sometimes bragging about how great they were. Their shipbuilding skills were unparalleled in their era, making the Vikings true masters of the seas. Their longships, with those iconic dragon heads, were the Ferraris of the waters. Sleek, fast, and perfect for a surprise visit to the English coast. To sum up, the Vikings' legacy extends far beyond their reputation as formidable warriors. They were also intrepid explorers, savvy traders, pioneering settlers, and, surprisingly, skilled poets. The imprint they left on history is unmistakable, ranging from their adventurous exploration of uncharted territories to their lasting impact on the various cultures they came across. So, next time you think of Vikings, remember they're not just the helmet-wearing, axe-wielding characters from the movies. They were a complex, fascinating part of history, with a story more colorful than their surprisingly fashionable attire. And hey, if you enjoyed sailing through history with us, remember to subscribe and watch our next video.